All right, so I'm here at the Icons of LA event to hear some comics, hear some great conversations from the panelists, and just happy to be here.
I'm here to meet other people in my same circumstance, to support my friends, and to really just get more involved in the LA Icon Network.
I'm really excited to be here. I'm looking forward to the Fireside chat and to see my good friend Bun and also the other speakers share about their experiences as entrepreneurs.
I'm looking for a good time, some humor, something funny. It's a good time to laugh.
Just enjoying a good night out on the town, supporting some friends.
I think we can all use a little bit of lighthearted humor right at this time.
And really looking forward to some clean comedy. So, will be a good night.
It may be clean, it may be not. Is that okay?
We can roll with it.
All right, so before I bore you with myself, let's get to the good part of the show here, shall we? Who's ready for some fun with Icons? Let's hear it. All right. So, tonight we have three incredible female leaders. We have Florence, Nancy, and Bun. They all truly embody the spirit of this event. We call them icons not because of their titles, but because they're disrupting the status quo. Often the world only sees the results. The world may only see the professional success, the amazing stage presence, the huge LinkedIn following, the innovative business models. But today, we want to look behind the curtain. Not that curtain. this curtain right here. Sorry about that. We want to understand their personal journeys, the challenges they faced, their histories, and the resilience that fueled their drive. We want to explore how their work inspires others and impacts their communities. From the origin stories to what the future holds, we have a lot to cover. So let's get right to it. All right, so first up we have Florence Chung Wlodarski, and she is the co-founder of Parallel, a modern social club shaking up how LA's busy professionals create friendships, build community, and cultivate social health. I might need some of that social health myself as a CPA, deficient on it. With 2 decades of experience building community partnerships for Fortune 500 companies, nonprofits, government agencies, she's now bringing that expertise to the personal side of life. The most human challenge of all, helping people find connection, belonging, and community while elevating the ways in which we build meaningful relationships in our adult lives. Let's welcome Florence to the stage and give her a hand. All right, next up, we have Nancy Gale, the founder of JAMA, an ultra-luxury, made-in-the-USA handbag brand that just celebrated 25 years in business. I purposely did not bring my wife because I can't afford 4 luxury handbags in my house at the moment.
Yes, you can.
I need this tax year to end.
Deduction.
She is recognized for pioneering a unique business model that integrates cause and commerce through her nonprofit, Ambition, which works to change the lives of teenagers. Most recently, she launched the JAMA Motorcar Collection, a visionary concept that offers unprecedented luxury in the automotive space. Nancy is also known for her personal resilience and vibrant energy, which she credits to the journey of overcoming significant life challenges. Let's give a big hand for Nancy. Welcome to the stage. Last but not least, we have Lai-DuMone, who has like 10 million followers on LinkedIn. I'm kidding. She's the founder of Work Smart Advantage, where she applies her creative integration methodologies to design and implement leadership development programs and keynotes for organizations. She is recognized as a thought leader in creative leadership, and her work is driven by curiosity. Vaughn is a TEDx speaker. And an author who credits her success to her own curiosity, a trait that she traces back to her mother's incredible story. We'll dig into that a little bit later. Beyond her entrepreneurial innovations, Vaughn is honored for her commitment to community and her involvement with various nonprofits. Let's welcome Vaughn to the stage and give her a hand. All right, I'm gonna settle in here now that I need to ratchet the excitement down a little bit.
Just hold them up once for the photographer and then they'll be collected.
Yay! Gay icon! All right, Florence, let's start with you.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about Parallel. What's the origin story and what problem are you solving for?
Okay. Well, good evening, everyone. So, I'm going to tell a personal story. That's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because it's connected to where Parallel came from. So, after COVID, met the love of my life and got married at 43 years old.
Yeah.
Right? And at that time, I said, I'm 43. Are we going to have kids? Because, And so we had that conversation, and we decided ultimately not to have kids and to embrace the DINK lifestyle, which stands for double income, no kids. You might have heard of it. And so once we decided that, and we came out of COVID, and we were looking to kind of live an amazing, robust life with a big social life, and we looked around and realized that most of my friends by this age, they were doing a parenting thing and incredibly busy. It was really tough to schedule something, to go to brunch or go to dinner, etc. So though I love my husband, I also wanted to hang out with other people, right? And so we found it incredibly tough. Also, we discovered that conversations were also very different. Our priorities were different because we were doing the parenting thing. And so we said, okay, let's build let's add additional friends who we can relate to, who's also living our lifestyle. And we set out to build those new friends, and then we looked out and we said, where do we even find them? Where are they? Right? There's no real kind of place that they hang out, right? So we said, well, let's build a club. Let's build a community for those who are also living this parallel lifestyle. And so that's what we did. And so we had our official launch party earlier this year. And we built it as a membership community to be very intentional. And we host about 8 to 10 social experiences, social events per month in LA. We have 75 official members, about 1,200 people on our email list. And really at the heart of it, what we're trying to do is build community. And we want to build community in a way that where people feel like there's a sense of belonging. We're in LA, adult friendships are really hard anyway. And then you get to this age and you may be living life and having different priorities than the rest of your peers. And we know that building relationships and deep friendships, there are some starting points, right? You want some relatability, and we have flexibility, and a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more time and resources, because we're not doing the parenting thing, and so we were looking to find others who are on that journey, and so we built that community, and it's called Parallel.
Awesome. I love hearing hearing about the community that you're building. So exciting. Let's move over to Nancy here and hear about her building. So Nancy, Jama's earned its place as a leading ultra-luxury handbag company. You've been operating for 25 years. What's the secret to the success here? Get us inside the...
Patience. And just speaking of intention, is it on?
Closer.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I was really intentional when I started, which for my vision was really tricky because everybody that I shared it with told me I was crazy. And I knew that it was going to take at least 20 years because I knew that the clientele I wanted weren't going to grab a hold of this until I have been around for a long time. And so I would say patience and intention, and being able to shut the noise out of all the naysayers, and then a step beyond that, not just shutting the noise out, but also not being defensive or angry with people that tell you it can't be done, because they're speaking to you from their own psyche. And so patience.
Awesome. I love the story of the resilience here. Let's move over to Vaughn. Let's talk about Work Smart Advantage. Can you tell us how that business started and what were some of the things you faced at the beginning, getting it off the ground?
Absolutely. So Work Smart was an idea I had in my head for 6 years, just floating around, and I had a great corporate job. So every time I thought about this business, the first thought that came to my head was, who am I to do that? Like, why would I leave this amazing corporate job? And then it was back in 2013. I had my son, and he was 8 weeks old, and my brother, who was a police officer at the time, got into a head-on motorcycle accident and was in a coma for 2 months. So here I am with this 8-week-old baby, and we would just go to the hospital every single day and roam these halls. And it was during that time I thought to myself, well, number one, life is clearly short, and by the way, my brother is perfectly fine now. He's actually a miracle. And my son is now 12, not so fine, just kidding. but we would walk around this hospital, and I thought, I have this 8-week-old baby. I want him to see his mom doing something she loves, and look at my brother, life is short. So that's when I took the leap. I slowly left corporate work and started Work Smart Advantage. It was first called Craftivity Events. I would host these personal and professional development workshops in my backyard with creativity, and I wanted to bring creativity into the workplace. And one day I was packing my stuff to go do this project at a friend's art studio, and my neighbor walked by and she said, "What are you doing?" And I told her, "I'm packing, this is the work I do, I bring creativity into personal and professional development." And she's like, "Well, I run a sales team at Google. Why don't you come do that for us?" So Google was my first corporate client. And after that, I just pivoted to, let me change the name of Work Smart Advantage, because most people, the challenge was, I would come up to these organizations and say, "Hey, can I come do this creativity thing at your office?" And the answer was absolutely not. So I changed it into Work Smart Advantage and really focused on bringing creativity, creative integration, creative problem solving into learning and development. And really was a matter of just small little pivots until it continued to grow.
That's really impressive. Who was the first client? My first client made tires. All right. Florence, we're coming back to you over here. So you're in startup mode. Part of the beginning here. What's the toughest challenge that you're facing right now as a community builder?
Everything. No. Toughest part as a community builder. I would say having people or persuading people to pay attention and prioritize their social wellness and social well-being. That's probably the toughest, because I think a lot of people backburner their social lives because they call it social life, but we call it social wellness and social health. And I think physical health, people are paying attention. There's a lot of energy and attention to that. Mental health has had its day in the sun for many years now, where the stigma is gone and people are really paying attention to their mental health. Social health is not quite there yet, but we know that there are a lot of studies where your social well-being is tied to longevity, your happiness, your physical health, mental health. There is a connection. And they say, we all heard about the loneliness epidemic. We've heard that loneliness is just as bad for your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Has anybody else heard that stat? A few. So, but you know what? Even with all of these studies from Harvard, et cetera, that are coming out to say it's really important to take care of our social health, I don't think our society, it hasn't been really internalized yet. And so when we're trying to say, hey everyone, let's bring people together, let's have you focus on your social health, whether you join Parallel or not, find your community, invest in your relationships, in your friendships for the long haul, do your future self, your future 80-year-old self a favor, right? And practice social wellness now, and practice your relationship building and build those meaningful connections now for your future self. But that doesn't really hit with people to say. If you say, eat healthy and go exercise, and there's this wellness culture here in LA, that's a little bit easier for people to digest and take in, right? I'm sure a lot of people here go to the gym, go to therapy, and there are all kinds of things we do to take care of other sides to our well-being ecosystem. But I think one of the challenges is to convince people that social health is just as important.
Yeah, we're so lucky to have you in LA building this for us. I don't even know if I'm going to make it to 80. maybe with your help.
Take care of your social health. Take care of your social health.
All right, we're going to jump back to Vaughn here. So I mentioned the TEDx thing, so I'm interested in, you stated in other interviews that curiosity played a big part in your life early on, and curiosity, you give curiosity credit for your TEDx talk, as well as your book about pigs flying. Can you tell us a little bit more about that, the TEDx and the pigs flying, and how it ties to your mother?
Absolutely. Well, that's an interesting take on it. So the book is not about pigs flying. It's called What If Pigs Can Fly? It's a practical guide to follow your curiosities. But I'm going to start with talking about my mom's story. So we're Vietnamese refugees. We came here at the fall of Saigon in 1975, and I was 2 years old at the time. And with the help of the U.S. military, we got to this country. Our first home was at Camp Pendleton Marine Base in San Diego. And after that, we were transferred to this refugee integration center up in Northern California called Hope Village. And it's at Hope Village that my mom met a Hollywood movie star named Tippi Hedren. For younger generations, Melanie Griffith's mom, Dakota Johnson's grandmother. And Tippi came to that camp so she could help these women find a career in their new country. So she started a typing and sewing class, and my mom and 19 other women signed up. So as they were typing and sewing, Tippi would walk around the room encouraging them. And as she did so, they noticed something that caught their curiosity. And it was her long red manicure nails. Very bad representation of my mom's work. But they were curious about her long red manicure nails. And imagine being Tippi Hedren, a Hollywood movie star, just created this entire program for them. She could have dismissed that curiosity, but she didn't. She paused and she paid attention. And she paused and paid attention long enough for them to ask that question, what if, how might we? How might we become licensed manicurists? And the first small step that was taken was she invited her manicurist, Dusty Kuzbitera, to come up from LA and help the women learn how to do a basic manicure. And they loved it and they were great at it, yet it did not make them licensed manicurists. So the next small step they did was walk down to the local beauty school and ask the owners, I have these women here, there's a couple of challenges, like they don't speak English and they don't have money, but will you take them on as students? And the owners of Citrus Heights Beauty College also said yes. So after 10 weeks of schooling, my mom and her friends became the first 20 licensed Vietnamese manicurists in the United States. And raise your hand, ever had your nails done by Vietnamese manicures? Yeah, that's a lot of us. I know there's more in the room, you won't admit it. But it's now an $8.3 billion industry 50 years later. And it's all because of that one curiosity and taking action on that curiosity. So fast forward to my TEDx talk. So when I started my business, I'm like, I need to do a TEDx talk, I need to do a TEDx talk. And the way most people get a TEDx talk is they apply to several, and they go through the application process and they get selected. The way I got my TEDx talk was a curiosity. I was on LinkedIn one day, I saw someone post that they were producing a TEDx called TEDx Women Mission of Mavericks. And they had all their speakers lined up, they were just selling tickets. So I bought a ticket, and then I walked away. But there that was, that tap on that shoulder, telling me when you could speak on that stage fund. So I went back to my computer, found the producer's email, and emailed them my mom's story. And I said, I want to tell this story on your stage. And a few hours later, I got an email back saying, we'd love to have you on our stage. And it was in writing that TEDx talk that I'm like, oh, this is like there's a thread here of curiosity, right? This idea of, in my mom's story, it was pausing and paying attention to curiosity. Asking those questions like what if, how might we? And then just taking the smallest step forward. So, and I realized my parents, even though as a Vietnamese refugee, growing up in Catholic school, raised by a lieutenant colonel in the South Vietnamese Air Force, there was things I was told to do. Go to school, get a degree, get your graduate degree, and then get a job. And I did that for a long time. But what I realized is what I've been doing all my life, and especially when I left to start this business, is I didn't follow what they said, I followed what I saw them doing. Every single day to survive and to thrive, they had to follow different curiosities. And so now I feel like when I first started this business, I'm going totally against the grain, totally against what my parents wanted me to do. But in reality, I was just following their example.
All right, we're going to jump to Nancy, talk about the motor car collection. One of the remarkable innovations that you have, visionary concept that you brought to life. It's unprecedented in the luxury space. Can you share how this originated and how you went through the journey of making it so that guys get something when a handbag is purchased?
Yeah, I always forget that you're an icon and a maverick. So I had been in business almost 23 years, and I had done a project with someone who remasters Porsches called Gunther Works. And I met the founder, and he said, can you make a bag that fits in the front of this Porsche? And they got me actually the Pepita from Porsche, and I made a bag, and it was really great, it was really cool. And I've always loved the car world. But it sort of went a little flat for me. And then I happened to be out at the thermal racetrack, which later that day I won the drifting challenge. Just, a little something. And you, nothing from you. So I happened to be talking to this gentleman, and he was telling me he's a big car collector, and he races, and he said, my wife is my biggest fan, but she's not interested in driving at all. And I said, well, what if you made her a bag to reflect your favorite car? And I actually, as an aside, I've always made men's bags, but they always end up, that becomes, no matter how many you sell, a small part of your handbag brand, because the assumption is it's all for women. And so, and as I was talking, and because I had done the one bag that was a weekend bag, and it was a little bit more male-oriented, I said, what if you made her a bag that reflected the car, and you could write her a love letter, and we'll inscribe it inside, and she'll feel really connected. And the next day, he sent me a picture of the beautiful 1965 Alfa Romeo. And it was red, all red, with one yellow marking over the front driver's side wheel well. So I thought, okay, it's an Alfa Romeo, and their logo is a serpent. This has to be a red snake bag. And I'm going to make one side follow the shape of that shape over the wheel well in yellow. And then he wrote her a love letter, and we inscribed it, and we filmed the making of the bag. And actually we got to be there with, at Pebble Beach during Car Week when he presented it to her. Which began this idea that with all these car collectors, wow, if I buy my wife a bag when I buy a car, she doesn't give me the grief. And so I thought, we've got to market that. But the success of that collection was so interesting, because what we did is, right as it started, we became members of, it's called RR1, Rob Report's membership group that does all kinds of traveling in the car world. And this one over here was the head of all this. And so what you do when you launch a motor car collection is you meet Christina, who then becomes one of your best friends, like your sisters, and pimps your bags to all these people in the car world. And so there you go. And yes, she has a bag now named after her called the Christina. It was so interesting being so niche. In fact, I started working with a lot of getting inquiries from a lot of car companies. And what I realized was, I don't want to become anything close to private label. I want to deal with the car collectors themselves and do a lot of bespoke work and find out what really matters to them about their car. And it's really incredible, because that world, there's so much wealth, but almost everybody's self-made. So the core and the heartbeat of these people is really, really incredible. And then it's been amazing, because my husband, he's always been my biggest champion, but he loves this car shit. And and then it really flipped my brand. And what's interesting is, because we're really the only branded ultra luxury made in the USA handbag house, and now that we're 25 years, none of the other big brands can do this with the founder, because all the founders of the big brands have passed away. So I'm in this great little space that I'm trying to really take advantage of.
That's awesome. All right, we're gonna go to a little bit of a lightning round here. So for myself and the audience, your stories really resonate with us. How might we best be able to support your work? Are you looking for investors? Are you looking for people to join your company? You're hiring certain positions? Let's just go from Florence over to Vaughn.
Okay.
Really quick here.
Sure. We would love it if you know anybody who's in their 30s and 40s, who just happen to not have kids, maybe new to LA, moved here for a job, looking for a community, looking to enrich their lives with really great social experiences and people. We do have a vetted community. We'd love for you to introduce them to Parallel. So that's my ask.
Awesome. Nancy?
I would say come mentor for ambition. I mean, we're always raising money. Buy a bag, introduce me to your wife, it's about time.
Yes, I'm investors. I'm not looking for investors. You want to give me your money, I'm happy to take it. And the best thing to do to follow my work, we read the book, right? What It Pays to Fly, A Practical Guide to Follow Your Curiosities. And I say that because there is 3-step practical guide, because those ideas that tap us on the shoulder, we all have these curiosities. You know what yours is maybe, and we usually don't pay attention to them. So read the book, find a curiosity that you have in your life right now, and follow it. I'm a firm believer that we all have curiosities. They come and tap us on the shoulder for a reason, and it's our job to bring them to life. And then of course, if you have an association, a business that could use more creativity, creative thinking, creative problem solving, come my way and I'll co-create something for you.
All right, awesome. All right, open it up to the the audience. Anybody have any questions? Right there.
I have a question. Nancy, can you describe ambition and what you do through that organization?
Yes, and Ambition is an entrepreneurial program for disadvantaged teenagers. And it's really about access and exposure, but beyond that, it's about teaching these kids what to do with that access and exposure. And we're really founded on the premise of, if you don't know the kids, you cannot teach the kids. So we will throw all teaching away if it means getting to know these kids. So it's really about bringing them to our dinner table.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Back to you, ladies. Another lightning round here. Tell us something about you that would surprise us and shock us. Vaughn, we'll start with you.
I still count on my fingers.
Me too.
Nancy, how about you?
I have jumped out of an airplane over 1,000 times. Yes.
I was this close to joining the FBI to move to DC, recruited, hired, went through the top secret security clearance, and then I withdrew my application. Dot is another story.
That is interesting. All right. Well, thank you, all of you, for sharing with us some insights here. Really appreciate it. Before we have you go, I think Vaughn has a little surprise for everybody, and Santa has been handing out small presents. So, is anybody missing their small present?
Yes, the icons and Eric.
Oh yeah, I'm a master of this.
Yeah, you are.
All right, Vaughn, we'll turn it over to you.
Oh, I'm very facilitated. Okay. So one of the things I do at work is called Lego Series Play. That's an actual thing. I'm a certified Lego Series Play facilitator. Don't worry, I'm a professional. So every one of you has a little bag of red and yellow bricks. Go ahead and take the bricks out and hold them in your hand. Is there a way to get music in here, John?
I can sing.
Okay, that'd be great. Okay, so as you get those out of your hand, I'm going to give you a set of instructions. And when I give these instructions, I want you to build what I tell you to build without letting anyone around you see what you're building, and keep it a secret until we're going to do a countdown and do a big reveal at the end, okay? So here we go. So you have 1 minute with John singing. Yes, no? Perfect. 1 minute. Using all 6 bricks, you're going to build a duck. That's D-U-C-K.
So, 5 minutes.
1 minute to build a duck.
Oh, 1 minute.
Yes. I know, my goodness. Someone.
Are we ready?
We're ready, let's go, yep.
You too, Eric, come on.
Maybe I can play some music on my phone.
You don't like John singing.
I'm out off beat.
It is wonderful, John.
All right. Did I win anything? What's my prize?
Okay, keep your ducks hidden, don't let anyone see what you're building. Even after you're done, hold it in the palm of your hands so no one can see what you're building.
Great song. Perfect choice.
It's very ducky, isn't it? John, are you keeping time too? Is that my job? I guess it's my job, okay. Okay, another 15 seconds. Loosely. Okay, so whether you're done with all 6 bricks or not, your duck is what you built. Okay, so hold it in the center of your palm like this, cover it with the other hand, and turn around to the 4 or 5 people closest to you, and on the count of 3, do a big reveal. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so you're telling me I gave every single person the 6 identical building blocks, yet look at everything that was built and how many different ducks you have in this room right now. And I almost can guarantee you walked around this room, we might find 2 people with the same ducks. So that's 6 Lego building blocks. Imagine how many building blocks it took to make each and every single one of us. Clearly more than 6. So really the idea, the gist of my work is this idea of diversity of thought. We're all so different. And we're sitting up here as the icons of LA, but I really think we were chosen as icons of LA because we were able to lean into our own curiosities and our own strengths to do something really unique, just like your duck is unique. So I encourage all of you to keep those ducks, lean into your own curiosities, lean into what makes you unique, and we can all be icons of LA. Thank you.
Awesome, I love this. As a CFO, it's a free Christmas present.
You're just getting some money and you're done about it.
All about cost savings. All right, so thank you for that, and thank you for all the stories that the icons shared. Let's give them all a huge, huge round of applause. Congratulations, icons. Thank you so much. Please help me welcome Sean Porter!
Hey everybody, I don't know, okay,
There's a wire.
situated here.
Yeah, that was tough for me.
All right, we'll figure it out. Hello, hey, how you doing? Thank you. I'll do the wire, it's okay, I'm not moving too much. This is the jackass portion of the evening. Thank you. Being here, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy whatever Scientologists celebrate during Christmas. I don't know, happy Tom Cruise Day, I don't know. Hey, I know you in the back. Hey, how you doing? No, this is fun. We're all business owners, I'm assuming, or smaller business owners?
Business people.
Business types. I'm also a business owner. I have a small business. I'm selling edibles outside if you want to meet me. Got brownies, got gummies, got some Molly if you need some. I'm just waiting. I'm saying, oh my God, there's kids here. Never mind. It's all the kids. Okay. This is fun. No, thank you so much. Are we all, and this looks like a relationship type crowd. Are we all married, wifed up, relationships? Everybody raise your hand. Raise your hand. Yes? Okay, yeah, a room full of Mormons. Okay, cool. Let's start there with relationships. I got out of a relationship not too long ago. It was a long-term relationship. It served 2 tours. And I'm back outside in these streets, as these kids say. All right, I'm back outside in these streets, and I'm dating. I'm going on a lot of dates. I'm meeting. What's cool though is I'm meeting I'm going on dates with a lot of mixed girls. That's cool. You know, like I'm mixed. Right? They say that's the future of the country. Everybody's screwing everybody. Hopefully, that's how we're going to defeat this thing. We're going to just out-screw. And so I think that's cool. You know, that I'm meeting and going on dates with a lot of these mixed girls. Or at least that's what these white women tell me after they take their 23andMe. Listen, white women, we're in here, we're deep. Listen, mixed European is not as diverse as you think it sounds, okay? I'm saying. This one girl was so excited to tell me, she was like, oh my God, I'm 2% Cherokee. I was like, well, I guess this land is your land, Michaela. I don't know what you want me to do with that. Yes, I'm mixed. Oh, this is a fun game I love to play. Anyone want to guess what I am? Here we go. Man, let's start here. Work all the way down. Would you like to take a guess?
America.
Oh, American. I mean, she's in the room, I guess. Yeah, okay. Yeah, American, okay. All right, I guess good answer, I guess. Survey says, bing, 2. All right, how about you, sir?
I immediately regret sitting in front.
You immediately regret sitting in front. That's good. That's a good answer. As I warn everyone who comes to my shows, do not sit in the splash zone. This is the splash zone. You over here, you're looking at me like, I don't know what the hell's going on. You're like this, and you're staring. What do you think? You take a guess. All right, how about everybody just start shouting out? Let's go. Just start shouting out. Puerto Rican. Wrong. Dominican. Wrong. I love Dominican. Korean. Wrong. Filipino. I get all the time. Wrong. Polynesian. I get all the time. Wrong. Everyone failed. Business owners. Come on. Know your demo. This is LA. Mexican. Wrong. Jackass, correct. I'm full. I am, yes. Pure breed, there. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so I'll tell you guys. My mom is Vietnamese, and my dad is black. And oh no, yes, I'm like, don't act like you know now. Like, that's what I said. I knew what I was gonna say. I didn't say it. Yes, my mom's Vietnamese, dad's black. It's hard being an undercover black guy. It is. It's hard. Okay, because I get it. Okay, I get how I'm presenting. Okay, I don't necessarily look like I'm half black. I look like Asian who's transitioning to a black dude. Okay, take it in. You can't unsee it. Okay, take it in. What I'm saying is hard being a black man trapped inside an Asian man's body. That's what I'm trying to say, Colleen. I should have wore a name tag too. Dang it. Love gigs where I gotta wear a name tag, John. You know what I mean? This is how we do it. Wear a name tag. No, I mean, listen. It's not as cool as everyone thinks it is. That's all I'm trying to say. Alright? Like again, I was on this date. This girl's like, oh my god, it must be so cool being black and Asian. I was like, for you, not for me. Like, I can't dunk and I'm bad at math. I'm letting everybody down. I'm out here dating white women. I'm letting whole communities down. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, mixed Europeans. Mixed Europeans, Colleen. Yeah. I mean, I guess, you know, there are some perks. No one knows how old I am. I'll tell you that. Yeah, as they say, black don't crack, and also, Asians don't raise it. There we go. Asians in here. So, I don't know if it's true though. I don't know if it's true. I'll let you guys be the judge. I'm 76 years old. Alright? I'm on a Social Security check every third Wednesday of the month. I'm out here. Okay, I didn't buy this at a thrift shop. I bought this in 1974. Yes. Okay, here's a shot in the dark. Anyone out here dating on these apps? Anybody? My apps? No. John! My God! We're going out hunting tonight, John. You and me? No, we're not. What's good? That's right. That he knows what's up. Hey, you meet me outside. He knows what's up. Small business owners. That's right. It's fun. It's fun. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. How can I say this? There are so many sexual preferences now, which is great. This is great. I just didn't realize how many there were for women. Like I'm meeting people who are, polyamorous. I'm meeting, bisexuals. I mean, pansexuals, Autobots, and Decepticons. That's what I'm trying to say. That's all.
Horrible changers.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I was like, on another date, and I was like, what are you like? What are you into? She was like, well, I'm neurodivergent pansexual. I was like, so do you need a doctor's note? You need to wear a helmet to screw? Like, what do you? It's wild in these streets, John. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You guys, okay, here is a true story, it's a real story about growing up in Los Angeles. I'm born and raised in LA, by the way. Anybody born and raised? Anybody? Yes. It's a matter of a handful of us and everyone else is from Ohio. Okay, that's cool. We're all from the Midwest. These transplants. Okay, growing up in Los Angeles, My mom would make these big traditional Vietnamese dinners, invite the entire family over, right? And then traditionally we'd all sit on the floor and eat. And I remember my dad's side of the family, you know, they're from Detroit. So I remember one year my Uncle Dwayne came from Detroit, flew out, and I'll never forget this. I was a little kid, and we're all sitting down, and my mom made a spring roll from scratch. You guys know what spring rolls are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go, yeah. All right, cultured over here, all right. My mom made the spring roll from scratch. She wet the rice paper, and put all the fixings in it, rolled it up, and handed it to my Uncle Dwayne. And my Uncle Dwayne put it between 2 pieces of bread, put ketchup on it, and he ate it like a hot lick. I swear to God, I just saw the ghost of my mom's Vietnamese ancestors just come across her face. Just the anger. I've never seen Uncle Dwayne since then. That's what I'm saying. That is life being a Blasian in Los Angeles. That is right. I live in this part of LA now called Silver Lake. You guys know Silver Lake? And I don't know if you guys know this, but it's pretty expensive. Pretty expensive, Silver Lake. It's gentrified, bomb hit. In the name of an Erewhon. That's how I knew in my neighborhood when the Erewhon went up. I said, "Oh, it's over, guys. It's a wrap. That's it. I'm drinking cucumber water, $25 bottle, Haley Bieber shakes. That's what I'm doing. It's ridiculous." And I live in Silver Lake because a lot of my friends were dating and talking about it's hard out here in these streets, doing all this. So I'm like, this is Los Angeles, everything's hard. So I commend all business owners out here grinding, hustling, and doing what you need to do because everything's hard. Because as I tell my friends, it's the major leagues. Okay, LA is the major leagues. Everything is hard, right? Like trying to find affordable rent is hard. That's what I'm talking about Silver Lake. Like I lucked out though. I only paid $2,500 a month for my tent. I'm out here balling, guys. He did not find that funny. This gentleman right here, it's okay. It's all right, man. I have a hot plate and I'm subletting my tent for $2,700. Okay, so don't worry. I'm making money moves. Okay. Yeah, trying to find affordable rent's hard. Pursuing your dreams is hard. As you guys know, of course, dating and a lady's gonna be hard. You think dating in LA is hard. Try dating in LA as a short guy. Okay? Dating in LA is a short guy. You want to talk about hard, that is hard. Right? Like, there are guys shorter than me out here trying to date. You know how hard that, Colleen, do you know how hard that is? There are guys that, do you know what you have to do if you're out here as a short guy, you try to get laid, and you're shorter than me? You know what you have to do? You have to write Purple Rain. Like, that's how hard it is. I can't play Raspberry Beret 5-inch heels. That's impossible. You gotta star in 9 Mission Impossible films to get some, you know what I mean? Like, that's how hard it is. I don't care, Colleen. I don't care. I'm a short guy that loves tall women. I shoot my shot. Oh, yeah, I love tall women. Tall women, how, for instance, where we at? Tall women. Raise your hand. 1. Everyone pointed to you. Like, she plays the WNBA, her right here. Oh, I love them. Oh, I love tall women. I'm trying to have some D1 athletes. You know what I mean? I'm trying to. Oh, I love tall. Oh, I love tall. Oh, the taller the better. I'll chop block them at the knees if I have to. I don't care. Oh man. This is a 2. Listen, I'm just going to keep it real with you guys, okay? But I used to take down so many tall women back in the day. My nickname was 9/11. I'll be knocking these skyscrapers down one tower at a time. I don't care. I love groans. We're all family. We keep it real. That was great. I love that reaction. I knew I was going to get that reaction. I got my man right here cracking up. The only other black dude in the room. I appreciate you. Thank you. He got my back. There's 1.5 of us in here. And we got 60.5 Asians in here. I appreciate that. It's like one of my sides is deep. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna share one story before I get out of here. I recently, my pops is sick, he's back in the hospital, trying to figure stuff out. I was clearing out his garage and I found his old dad wallet. And when I say dad wallet, I'm talking about my pops' old school dad. The dad wallets is back in the day, men had wallets that's like this thick. And my dad had a wallet that's this big. It looked like he had a Big Mac in his back pocket. And every one of his jeans had the dad wallet stain. You know what I mean? Right? Like my dad kept our whole lives in that wallet. My dad kept all 4 of his kids' birth certificates in his wallet. I was like, what is that? A proof of purchase? Like, what is that? The reason why I bring it up now is because this is a PSA for all of you guys. Because this looks like a dad wallet room. Spring clean your wallets, fellas. Okay? You don't need all of that. And I'm going to tell you right now, here's how you know if you have a dad wallet. If you keep paper receipts in your wallet, you have a dad wallet, okay? Spring clean your wallets, fellas. Colin, over here, you look like you have a dad wallet. That's why you're not making eye contact. You're looking down. You're looking down. Let me see your dad wallet. Let me see. Show it. Show it.
Oh, that's his wallet.
That's his wallet? Oh, that's his wallet. Or your purse. That's where all the money goes. Oh, I get it. Okay, I get it. Okay, that's the wallet. Oh, that's right. You don't even carry anything. Let me see. Oh, that's not bad. That's not too bad. Oh, and you got paper receipts. Okay. All right. All right. What are they? Let me see. Wait, hold it up. Give those to me. Give those to me. Give those to me. What is that? How old are these? Your Jamba Juice card expired 3 years ago, Colin. What is that?
It's actually a police report.
Police reports. Can't you do that online now? Like everything else in this world? Yes? You're like, you know what? It's a memento. I'm going to keep this.
The officer actually handed me the police report.
The police report?
Yeah.
Oh no, is this some recent accident or something?
Yeah, I was hit by an elderly man who shouldn't be driving.
Ah, someone in this room. Okay, we have words with him.
It was John.
It was John. That's it, John. I told you after we eat those wheat brownies to stop driving when we go to the strip club, John. You don't do that. All right, so you got a police report. Okay, I guess judges say that's okay. I guess. Sir, Chris, when's the last time you've been to the library? Never. So why do you have a public library card in your wallet? You know what I'm saying? PSA, spring clean wallet. This is all you need in your wallet. All right? 1 or 2 debit cards, a credit card, your ID, your medical card. In this room, definitely your medical card. And some cash. And that's it. All right? No, Costco. You don't need your Costco card. You don't need to keep your Costco card in your wallet. Okay? That is not a spur of the moment event. That is a planned activity. All right? Keep it at home. No one is ever like Vegas, like, hey guys, let's just go on a whim. Go to Costco. You know, you don't do that. That receipt from CVS that you kept for that floor plan that expired 5 years ago, get it out of there. That's all I'm saying. Colin, that condom you got in your wallet, get it out of there. It's old. She's like, that's in my wallet. I said, no.
It's my Cialis prescription.
Cialis prescription? Okay, but also, you can just take a screenshot of that, and that's you don't have to have the paper physical copy. Okay? Your Vons card, you don't have, you just know the number. That's it.
Right.
So you take anything from this set tonight, everyone. Spring, clean your wallets. LA is a beautiful place. I love this city. I'm born and raised. I love it. I will never live anywhere else. I don't care how affordable Texas is. Can care less. It's a beautiful city, with beautiful people, with beautiful diversity. And thank you for having me. And happy holidays to you guys. And keep killing it. And I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. My name's Chung.
All right, everybody, let's give it up for Sean one more time. Here's Sean. He's been on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon and The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. He's been on tour all over the country lately, but tonight, he's yours. Please put your hands together for Fumi Abe!
Thank you. Hello. Well done for Sean, everybody. What's up? Good to be here. Thanks for having me at your timeshare presentation. That's all I'm best. That's Sky Island. This is great. I don't know. I was booked on the show. I don't know anything about you guys, but this is great. We're the comedians in the back. Like, is this an Asian thing? But I don't think it is. I don't think there's plenty of black people here. So congrats, I guess. It's great. I just turned 36 a couple weeks ago. Nobody cares. That's great. You know what's weird about getting older? I feel like the older you get, the sadder your drunk texts get. You guys ever think about that? Yeah. Because I remember in college, all of my drunk texts were really fun. They're always like, "Oh hey Megan, you up?" You know. Last night it was like, "Hey mom, was I a good son?" Nobody wants to hang with that guy. You know, that guy sucks. But yeah, I am getting older. It's weird. I was feeling insecure about aging. I was kind of freaking out. You know, I'm like in my late 30s now. But you know, then I realized like everybody's aging. You know, I'm aging. You're aging. You know, the cast of Stranger Things 5 is Asian.
Yes.
You know, what is going on with those boys? Dude? When we started watching that show, they were 11 years old. Now they're 47. They're all 47. It's crazy. The kid with the curly hair looks like he's going through a custody battle. Like, what is happening? You know? But yeah, I think older things. I'm thinking about. You know, I think about kids a lot. Sorry, I think about having kids. I don't think about children. I think about having kids. Put your phones down. Don't call anybody. I'm safe. No, I think about having kids a lot, you know, because that's the progression now in this generation, right? It used to be that when our parents turned 36, they already had a fourth grader, you know, but now we turn 36 and then we're like, I guess we should pay for our own Netflix, you know what I mean? Like that's the progression of life, you know? But I've been thinking about having kids, but I don't think I'm ultimately ready to have kids because I spent most of my life in New York City. And when you live in New York City for a long time, you become a selfish person. And I know this because I was walking past the park the other day, and I saw these little boys chasing each other, and they fell on the concrete, and they skipped their knees, and they were like bleeding, and they were like, "Excuse me, sir?" And immediately I was like, "Oh, I don't have any cash. I don't have any cash." And I ran away. And the kids that died, the boys died. They died. They lost so much blood. It was crazy. My sister has kids, and I try to learn what it's like to be a parent through her. And she has a 2-year-old, and I did not realize kids at that age are just listening to everything everybody's saying all the time, you know, because that's how they learn new words, right? Like, my nephew's favorite thing to do is he likes to build a hospital out of Legos, and he likes to pretend to be a doctor for his toys. It's really cute. But because his dad is an actual doctor, and he's always listening to everything he's saying on the phone with his coworkers, I noticed every time we would play this game, his hospital scenarios are like way too real for a baby. Like the other day, I took his favorite toy and I go, "Hi, I'm Mr. Bunny, and I'm not feeling so good. Can I go to the hospital?" And he goes, "Okay, let me check." "Oh no, we're out of beds." I'm like, "What the hell?" How do you know about that? Who taught you? And he goes, "Mr. Bunny's anti-vax." I'm like, "No, he's not. Since when?" "Mr. Bunny, what the hell, dude?" My sister's a millennial parent, and I don't know if you guys know any younger parents, but millennial parents are incredibly arrogant about the fact that they're parents because millennials, we go to therapy and we're in touch with their emotions. And so all of us, even if you have kids, we all think that if we had kids right now, we would do a better job than our baby boomer parents. We all feel that way. And I know this because millennial parents will post parenting techniques on TikTok to brag to the world how amazing they're doing, right? I saw this video the other day where this young dad was talking about how anytime his daughter does something good, instead of saying to her, "Good job," he will ask her how she thinks she did to teach her that validation comes from within. Not from others, yeah. I can feel you guys turning Republican right now. Stay with me. Right? And I was watching this video and I was like, dude, can you imagine what would happen if we had TikTok in the 90s? And our parents were posting parenting techniques. You know how insane that would be if my immigrant parents were sharing with the world how they raised. Bro, my mom would be like, "Get ready with me to slap my son in front of his friends." And everybody else in the comments like, "Yes, been to the Bay Area or like San Jose? Ever been?
Bay Area!
Oh yeah? Dude, you know what's crazy that you just said that? I've never been there before. There's so many Asians, dude. So many. Like too many, oh, you know what I mean? And like, and people think, I know that I'm Asian, but I grew up in Ohio, so even I was like, dude, does like Trump know about this? Like this I was like, I don't think we can do this anymore. This is illegal, you know? Anyways, you know like Atlanta's called Chocolate City because a lot of black people there. I feel like the Bay Area is like that's like Asian people thing. You know, that's like the boba belt. You know, I went to San Jose, and then I actually took the bus from the airport to my hotel because my comedy career is popping. And while I was on the bus, okay, please stop laughing. You're gonna keep laughing at the bad anyway. So I was taking the bus. I saw from the window there was a big soccer stadium for this team called the San Jose Earthquakes. It's like a major league soccer team on the Bay. And I was like, oh, that's so cool that they named their sports teams after something that the community actually fears. You know what I mean? Because earthquakes are so real and scary in California, you know? And I think more cities should do that. I think more cities should name their sports teams after something that their people actually are scared of, you know? Because sure, the LA Galaxy, that's cool, but you'd be way more intimidated if next week the San Jose Earthquakes were playing the Los Angeles Ice Agents. You'd be like, whoa, They foul a lot. Those guys foul a lot, you know? They're good, you know? Their fans are like, we're gonna kick your ass. Our fans are like, we're gonna separate your families. What? Are we still talking about soccer? Anyways, listen, I just saw that there's like a little boy here. Am I allowed to like, does this have to be like PG or like what's happening? Like, I'm good? You know, that's not even your kid. I was only asking the mother in a different area. Okay. I'm not gonna go crazy. I was asking, it was a rhetorical question, but I was not asking you. And a person who's nothing with your family answer. Alright. Anyways. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so I travel a lot for comedy. I was in Dallas, Texas recently, doing some shows. Anybody been to like Texas recently? It's kind of crazy. When I got to Dallas, you know, comedians do a lot of time during the day, because our shows are at night. So I decided to go to the botanical garden. There's a beautiful botanical garden in Dallas, and I went not because I'm into that shit, but I went because when I got to my hotel and I opened up my laptop, this is 100% true. Did you guys know? You guys know Pornhub is officially blocked in Texas? All porn sites are blocked in Texas and 13 other southern states. Yeah, it threw me off. I was like, yo, I'm horny. I guess I'll go look at some trees. Like, you know what I mean? I was confused. But I was curious. I looked into it, and this is fascinating. I didn't know this. I guess what happened is a couple years ago, they passed this bill that requires all adult content websites in Texas to verify the age of the users, which sounds fine. But the way they're making you do that is they make you upload your government ID. So you have to give the government your home address just to watch a realtor use unconventional methods to sell property. That was for the men. So then Pornhub came in and they were like, hey, we don't like this. This is a violation of people's privacy, so we're going to remove our services entirely from the state of Texas. I learned all this while I was completely naked. But, yeah, sometimes you try to watch porn to relax, but you end up learning about the law. It's crazy. And you know what's crazy? Like, I'm not even really politically active like that, but that day, when I was watching porn, I was radicalized. Okay? I was in my hotel room, no pants, like, should I march? I'm in DC, they need me. I really did want to watch, but here's what I realized. I realized if you want to like protest anything in this country, the number one rule is you have to bring a sign with a powerful and concise slogan, right? Black Lives Matter, my body, my choice, whatever it may be, right? I can't be showing up in the back being like, release the MILFs. I mean, I can't do that, you know? No justice, no jizz. Like, what the hell? Please leave, you know? Can't do that. Makes it some noise if you're like me and you grew up in America, but you also grew up speaking a second language. Make some noise. Don't be shy, it's still legal. Okay, it's still legal. What do you speak this? You speak Mandarin? Is this your husband?
Yes.
Okay.
He does not speak Mandarin.
Okay, that's okay. Let me ask you something. And I promise you, I'm not trying to embarrass you. It's like a linguistics joke because I'm also bilingual. So I just want to know how you think about this. So just answer me as quickly as possible. Don't think too much. When you are hooking up with somebody, hopefully it's your husband, do you dirty talk in English or in Mandarin? English. Okay, that's racist. I don't know why you said that. Oh, you said it, thank God, because you wouldn't know what she's saying. Right, did everybody hear that? He said he doesn't want it in Chinese because he wouldn't know what she said. This is a weird thing that I hear a lot of times from interracial couples. And to me, that's such a dumb excuse because if you think about it from the other person's perspective, it's like, I don't think the point of dirty talk is maximum comprehension. That's so dumb. Like, I don't speak Spanish, but if I was looking up with a Spanish girl, I am not going to be like, wait, what did you say? You know what I mean? Like, I think I know what's happening right now. Thank you so much. This is the best day of my life, comprendo, for sure. So anyway, I asked this question recently on the show, and I was talking to a Spanish speaking woman, and she had a really interesting answer. I said, dude, dirty talk in English or Spanish? And she goes, oh, when the sex is good, I do it in Spanish. But when it's bad, I do it in English. And I thought that was so interesting because I think when you're hooking up with somebody, especially if it's new, you don't know right away if it's going to be good or not. You don't know until you're like halfway in. So I'm like, okay, does that mean there's like a scenario in this woman's life where she's hooking up with somebody, and initially he's a pretty good kisser, so she's like, I thought but then they start having sex, what happens, you know? He gets all tired, his arms are shaking, he's sweating on her, you know, it's not so good. And then she's like, don't give up on me, Gary, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta go, thank you so much.
Give it up for Jimmy one more time. All right, everybody. So, wanted to just say thanks one more time for sticking it out here. We're going to hang out for a little bit, grab another drink, meet some people, exchange some numbers, do some business, and we'll see you at the next one. All right. Thank you. Happy holidays, too.